Hi, I just got back from the BC bike race on Vancouver Island, and there are some eerie comparisons between preparing for a big race and preparing for your financial future. If you're not a mountain biker, you've probably never heard of the BCBR. So basically, it's a 7-day stage race that tests every morsel of your being. This year it took place on Vancouver Island, but in past year it's been all over the place in British Columbia. Each day takes place on different trails, and many of the days are in different areas and completely different mountains. Our biggest single day was just over 46 kilometers and just shy of 4,400 feet of climbing. So some pretty big days on a mountain bike. All in all, we biked over 250 kilometers and climbed almost 23,000 feet over the 7 days. So what does this have to do with finances? Much like retirement, you don't just wake up and compete in a big race like this. And if you're a runner, the same would apply to a marathon or any other big event that pulls you away from your typical comfort zone. When I signed up for this race, I reached out to a coach who had successfully helped several other bikers prepare for this race in particular. He had knowledge of what it took on the body and how to plan for it. He also took time to find out what I was trying to get from the race. He built me a calendar with different types of rides and workouts to make sure that I was prepared for what was about to come. When preparing for your retirement, you should also work with a coach that can help you prepare for retirement. This coach should take the time to get to know your situation, and together you guys should build a plan with measurable markers to make sure you know that you're on the right track. Like training for a race, you don't want to get to retirement and find out you didn't plan properly. Having measurable goals and milestones along the way helped keep me on track. There were certain targets that I had to achieve each month that helped me forecast whether we were actually on the right track or not. We reviewed these markers to determine if there are any changes to our plan that needed to be updated or tweaked. And, I ended up hurting my back at the beginning of the year, which kept me from training for just over a month. If I didn't have the measurable targets, we wouldn't have known whether to set us back or what changes need to be made to our program going forward. Having measurable goals when planning for retirement is essential as well. Much like my injury, there are many unexpected situations that occur from time to time. My favorite type of cycling is mountain biking, and more specifically cross country or enduro. Unfortunately, living in Southern Ontario, there's not a lot of great areas to train. At my local trails, I can get a decent amount of distance, but over that 15 to 20 kilometer ride, I'm only getting about 70 to 100 meters of climbing. When you're preparing to climb 23,000 feet, you need to get some climbing in before you get to the race. So I had to make some sacrifices to make sure I got the proper type of training in for the race I was about to do. This meant I had to spend more time on my gravel bike and even climb Sydenham Road a lot. For those of you who don't know this road, it was what Clara Hughes used to train as she became the only person ever to win multiple medals in both the Summer and Winter Olympics. So you can just imagine how big that road is. I also had to add strength building exercises to my routine, which typically had me working out several hours before my family even woke up. Making changes to your financial habits might be something that you have to do as well. Like my changes to my riding habits, some of these changes might be actually fairly minor. Knowing what you need to accomplish your goals will give you the tools needed in determining what sacrifices actually need to be made. It might be as simple as eating out one time less per month, or that yearly European vacation, doing it every 18 months instead. It could also just be knowing how much you need to put aside for retirement each month, and then making sure that amount gets allocated first. I ended up finishing the BCBR still smiling and without any major cramps, injuries, or tears. With some proper planning with a certified coach, having key measurables which get updated regularly, and making some decisions to prioritize these goals, a retirement that fulfills your wildest dreams could be within reach.